is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? I'm Joe 2.0.
I'm Skylar.
And welcome to Wrestle Riot, the
2.0.
The number one wrestling debate talk show on YouTube. Skylar, how you doing today, bro?
Doing good, man.
Doing all right. Can't complain. All right. Well, Skylar, yesterday was the debut of NXT 2.0, the new NXT relaunch. It was colorful, a lot of changes. What do you think? What was your first impression of NXT 2.0?
I mean, I think I gotta get used to it. I think I gotta watch it more to really give it my opinion. I'm not ready to smash it. I'm not ready to celebrate it. But at the same time, it is a little too colorful. It makes it look like it's for the kids now. But it does look more, I don't want to say prestigious, but more big league than it did before. The entrance is big and lit up, and it looks like it's like a Raw and SmackDown, not NXT, the undercard.
I agree. Well, it is too bright. It is really, even you're watching it, sometimes you watch it for 2 hours, it's very hard on the eyes because it's very bright and everything. And I don't, the colors I don't like. I don't mind all that. I do like the setup because it make they got rid of those barriers, and it makes the crowd a little more into it. Even though they are using the fake crowd noise that they like to use, because there are a lot of times the fans are sitting down and they're chanting, "Oh, this is awesome!" But that part I had a lot of problem with. The part that I don't like was the actual show. NXT to me felt more like I was watching. It was the alternative of Raw and SmackDown. They had a lot of it was more in wrestling in base matches. It was all fast paced. You had a lot of the great indie wrestlers. To me, this felt like I was watching another edition of Raw and SmackDown. Okay,
the matches weren't as good as they used to be.
No, I mean even the main event, which I'm happy that Ciampa won the title. I thought that big guy was going to win it. I'm like, oh my god, this is the ultimate 2.0. I'm gonna have the big guy.
I didn't even know who that was. I was like, who is this guy?
He's
the guys to put in there. They put that guy in there.
His dad was one of the Beverly brothers. They were a tag team back in the 90s, and this show felt really like the new generation. I thought Tom Pettingill was going to come out here and host the show. It was very, very, it felt very new generation. But I mean, the match, it was I remember. You remember there was a match with a title match between Adam Cole, O'Reilly and Finn Balor, and they were it was 30-20 minutes. This was a 10-minute match, very face-pass match. All the matches were all fast-paced.
It felt rushed.
Yeah, it felt really rushed. They were getting a bunch of matches.
Let's make a champion. We'll go from next week. We'll start for real. You're right. The matches it didn't feel like NXT. They definitely got rid of the NXT. NXT's dead.
Yeah, the NXT.
Now the question is this going to be any good, or is this going to end up being something I'm not going to be watching anymore?
I don't know, because I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it Vince, even though they say Triple H is still in charge and Shawn Michaels is still in charge, they want to they still want to make it more character based. They had that new Italian guy, and Bobby Belushi, walking around town.
They want to make it easier transition.
Because I know Vince is saying, you have a lot of these indie guys that come in and and I try to change them and then people get upset. So, their idea is, let's make them, let's change them now and let's make it more character based wrestling. And which really that's Vince and the people in charge of me don't understand that's in the past. I even heard Jim Ross, who works for AEW, who was on a podcast where he's talking about the cool heel is gone. The cool heel is overrated. It shouldn't be I disagree. I think now wrestling has changed. Wrestling has evolved, and the indie style is the next thing. The Attitude Era was the next thing.
And it took Vince a long time to jump on that.
Yeah,
You know, he didn't like the blood and guts and the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I
Vince has
know.
always been about the kids.
I know. Well, Vince has always been about his way of thinking. Okay, I'm not saying you have to make it blood and guts. NXT wasn't really blood and guts. Okay, you could still make it entertaining for the kids, and make it more in based and make the matches different, and but everything changes. Sports, movies,
Yeah.
TV shows, nothing is the same that like it used to be.
But
And
I think change is good. Like a lot of people are scared of change, but it's really good.
and who's scared of change?
The
Vince McMahon's scared of
NFL.
change.
The NFL isn't scared of change. That's why they're so successful.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why the NBA, MLB is scared of change, and that's why their ratings aren't nowhere near what the NFL is or the
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah, people.
So,
These old timers want to hold into it's like the old way they
glory
used to.
days.
There's new customers coming in. Things change. Evolution, the wrestling group, had a saying that evolution, you either adapt or you perish. So in the wrestling world right now, Vince, I mean, in the business world, he's not perishing. The company's very very successful, but more fans are gonna. I think this is gonna be like it used to be. There used to be Florida Championship Wrestling. It was more like a a training school and everything. This was going to be like, it's going to go down the ratings. It's not going to be the cult favorite like it was, and it'll be something that you want to see or you don't.
I don't think there'll be a ratings war. I don't think that'll ever happen again.
No, well, ratings right now are different.
Because you can watch, I can watch both.
Yeah, well, I can watch a show on YouTube and get everything from it.
Yeah.
Even pay-per-views. I was thinking, people are talking about pay-per-view buys. I can go on YouTube and I can watch a watch along with somebody watching the pay-per-view.
Right.
And so if I really don't have the money to buy it, I can listen to it that way.
Well, yeah, a lot of the fights, the boxing events that happened recently, I don't want to pay for that. I just watch the highlights.
Yeah,
I know it's not going to be like an amazing fight that I'm gonna sit on the edge of my seat. I just want to see what happened.
Yeah.
So when everybody talks about it, I know what happened.
Yeah. So the ratings of pay-per-view buys are different now. With technology and the internet. But I mean, just the excitement in the product, I think it's not going to go, and it's going to affect the main roster. That we're not going to see a lot of these. We're going to see these same characters going to the main roster. Who knows what the future holds for WWE? I heard news last week that they're actually in 1 or 2 years going to be trying to sell Disney. And
I do think Vince will. Maybe there's a competitor about him that he's going to see AEW is catching up, even because Raw. I heard Big E only won the title because AEW beat them in ratings.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get to that. But I mean, like I said, we're finished on NXT. NXT, not the same. I'm glad Chamber won, but it's gone. Now let's speak about Monday Night Raw. On Monday Night Raw, Big E won the WWE Championship. First of all, whatever we're gonna say about this next thing, what a great moment! You
deserve it.
How
deserve
many people. Bray Wyatt actually tweeted. Mr. Wyndham actually tweeted here, and he had a tweet that was really good. He says, "Sorry I'm late, but if you see how many people are lining up to congratulate Big E for the title, that shows you what kind of person he is." And I mean, everybody has commented on it, from Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, I know. He deserves it.
He's well liked. Okay.
I think he's a megastar.
I think WWE could have him to be a megastar. I mean, he could be. I think.
Now the question is, what are they going to do with it?
I know he's well spoken. He's he
could probably cut a great promo.
Yeah, but
he could be heel. He could be face. He could be whatever you need.
But WWE likes their champion that can go on the Tonight Show and go on.
He's perfect.
He can definitely do that. He's a very charming, and you see how many people like him. He can go on to all those shows and go on to Sports Center and go on to the ESPN shows, and people will like him. He's a well likable guy,
And I got to be honest, what other great face is there in WWE?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. There is no face right now in WWE. I mean, Roman's the biggest star there, but Roman's a heel. Okay.
Yeah.
But there is no Hogan, Austin, Cena, Rock. There's no big face of
he's
WWE
the next.
right
I think he's the next thing. I think he's the next.
Yeah,
the next Cena-ish kind of guy. He'll be different. I think he'll be more hip than Cena ever was. But
did you see on Raw that the Eva Marie Doudrop match?
The Eva Marie what?
Doudrop match?
Yeah, I think you said boob job match. I was like, what? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, Eva Marie needs to go.
Why? Listen, the Iconics aren't the best wrestlers in the world. Okay?
But at least they were entertaining.
At least they can run the ropes. Okay?
Yeah.
She can't run the ropes. That's the first thing when you go to training school to be a wrestler, the first thing they teach you is how to run the ropes. She can't do that. It was a sloppy mess.
I think, and the other thing is she's hot, but she's not hot enough to just because she's on TV to keep you interested.
I know she's good looking, but she's not like, she don't have no personality. Like her promos are all like boring.
Yeah, boring and dull. She's dull. Like, she's not fun to watch.
She ain't no Angelina Jolie like she paired herself to the first time she came out.
Yeah, she's no Sable. Sable was a terrible wrestler. Who cared?
I know, but I mean, horrible. Can't believe. But also, did you see the woman that's before that where they had it was
the format, the
tag team matches.
Yeah,
I think it was Tamina against what's her name, and the referees announced the wrong person winning. You hear that one?
No, I missed that.
Yeah, like it counted 1, 2, 3, but she kicked out of the 3. And then they said, and the winner is Tamina.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was
Tamina and the superhero, Nikki Ash.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And they announced like if you go back and watch it, it's a clear 2. It's 1, 2, hand up, 3. And the referee goes, and the winner is Tamina. And Nikki Ash is holding her hand up. I'm like, what?
Wait a minute, I'm not Tamina.
Well, I mean, listen, and you know they're saying that the reason why the Big E won the title was because last week AEW beat a Raw in the demo, the 25 to 35 demo.
Yeah.
For the first time, and that people say because this cash-in was supposed to happen at the draft, so they moved it up. They tried to get ratings here so bad they announced it on Twitter. I mean, this was like the worst. Like I don't know it's like I love Big E won title. This is the worst cash-in ever. He announced it on Twitter.
I kind of liked it though. It was different to cash in. It wasn't the same cash in, like I'll sneak up on you, I'll attack you when you're at your down. He let him know I'm coming for your shit tonight and be ready. Like I kind of liked it. Like I know it was kind of rushed. It definitely had a rushed feel to it.
But he wasn't ready.
Could have done it like next week. I'm coming for it and have a straight up match.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was gonna do. I thought he was gonna go in there and we cash it in and goes, I'm not doing it tonight. I'm gonna let you get better, and I'm gonna get you next week.
Yeah.
But I mean, first of all, they go to break during the cash-in. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like it everything. It didn't work because Monday night because the Raiders and the Ravens were having a great game, so I don't think it worked for them. But they actually
because I didn't watch Raw live. I watched Raw the next day.
Yeah, I know, me either.
That Ravens game was great.
I know. So, I guess they got to have an overtime match next week to make it.
Yeah, they should. He should have. You're right. He should have announced the cash in. Yeah. Next week is the Packers in Detroit, so you could probably beat that. I
like the Big E part of Raw, even though I like the beginning of the promo. Everything in the middle is just bullcrap. I don't care about these stupid dolls they're trying to sell with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Can Alexa Bliss go back to being her regular self? This team is so much better.
I think that's coming.
I mean, they're trying to sell these dolls. They had this Charlotte doll and everything. I mean, that promo was too long. Raw really is, besides that and the Big E thing, was a total miss for me. And you know, like I told you, you said last week that AEW isn't a threat to Vince McMahon. AEW made Vince dance. He made him change his program and change his thing. That is a big. I tell you, last week was a big step for AEW.
I guess so. I mean, he definitely. I don't know if it's competitiveness or because Raw is terrible. Like Raw,
terrible. It's horrible. I fast forward through it.
SmackDown is like 3 times better. Like how you have the same. You own the same thing. That's like me having 2 restaurants and one of them terrible, one great.
People say that it's because of 3 hours. I think one of the most enjoyable nights of wrestling is Friday. Time. I watch SmackDown and then I watch AEW.
Well, it's also change of pace. You really can't compare. Let's see if SmackDown was 3 hours.
So change your pace. I always thought that Raw should. One thing Nitro did really well back in the day when they were 3 hours. They changed the announcers in the middle of the show. They have a change of pace. I mean, they should have a cruiserweight title on Raw. You have fucking 3 hours of show.
They should do like have the first hour be like kind of how they are geared kind of to kids, and then after, because what kid is watching Raw from 10 to 11?
I know, but we'll see. Hopefully Raw gets better. I don't think it will, but let's see what else, how far AEW can push Mr. Man. Now, Scholar, on Friday night on SmackDown, we saw the return of Brock Lesnar. Okay, we saw Atlanta Hawks. A guard. What's his name again? Trae Young.
Trae Young.
Sammy. They brought out Trae Young to Madison Square Garden. Okay. That was all cool. The one thing WWE did was horrible was not put Selena Vega on the show. Her father. The whole thing was pay tribute to 9/11. Her father died in 9/11.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And they don't give her a match. And she wore gear to tribute her father and everything. And they cut her match.
Oh man, I seen there was something Selena Vega heat, like she was mad at WWE for something.
I know.
I thought it was just for misusing her.
I know.
She'll be in AEW sooner or later too.
I mean, she just walk in and say, "Listen, just let me go, okay? I haven't won a match here, okay? Just let me go." All right.
Clearly don't want me here.
But
even though I like her.
I love her. I think she could be a great talent there.
She's a good wrestler. She's gorgeous. Like
just running her down the freaking.
And she has a mouthpiece.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's talk about another happening in the women's division on SmackDown. The contract signing between Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. What did you think of this?
I liked it. I think Becky is. Swagged out. Like I liked it a lot. She looked like a true heel. She came off as a badass champion. What'd you think?
No, I thought it was horrible.
What?
I thought it. Yes.
Get out of Dodge.
I'm staying in Dodge. I'm telling you exactly why. Listen, I love Becky Lynch. I love Bianca Belair. I think they're the two most talented women they have there. I think they both can cut promos, and there's not any slides against them. But first of all, Becky Lynch is not a heel. Okay, I mean, it looks like
she did. She got everybody to boo her. What are you talking about?
It looks like she went to the damn heel wrestling store and said, "Oh, wait, let's put on this jacket." That's not her. Okay.
No, that looked good. She looked good in that jacket.
That was trying to play a heel. Rather than I'm a heel, and being a real heel. And another thing is why? I mean, Bianca Belair lost her title. Why is she smiling?
I think she's not doing a good job at being mad.
I don't think that's her.
You can't blame Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, everything she said to her was great. That you weren't ready for me. I came out and you were starstruck. Like all that shit talking she did she was nailed it.
What? But tell you something.
You could say I thought the fur coat looked. She looked good. Like she looked like a badass. I mean, she had a little Conor McGregor swag to her. She had a little old school Becky to her.
Listen, I don't even like Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor would never be called dead in like that.
In a what?
Right.
Yes, he has. You never seen him in a fur coat?
I seen him.
Never the one he wore to the
that fur coat looks like you should bought it at the fucking Burlington Coat Factory. Okay, Colin the
Wait,
best.
You say it looked cheap?
Yes, it looked cheap. But he wears.
He had the sunglasses. She looked like a superstar.
He wears chinchilla coats. He wears Versace robes. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't know that. You can say what you want, but you don't know what kind of fur coat that was.
It looked cheap.
She's got money, so and Seth Rollins has a lot. He's dripped out all the time, so he definitely.
I know Seth Rollins looks like he dressed like a heel. He knows how to do it. I don't think Becky Lynch does. Okay, and Seth Rollins has that. Seth Rollins is better as a heel than he is a face. He has that persona in him. I just don't think. I think Becky Lynch doesn't. And yeah, the Garden crowd is a smart crowd.
She turned the crowd to boo. She got the crowd to boo.
I do not think that this is gonna go from town to town. And get booed. I think this is. Like I told you, in about a month and a half.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. It was definitely
right back to where it's
at.
All
right, what about? Okay, you didn't like the fur coat. Take away the fur coat. What about what she was saying?
I mean, first of all, I thought she was on something when she said, "What if I don't sign the contract?" That okay, go with that.
I like this.
Sign it. And she's like, "No, I don't sign it."
Yeah, but then she can't be. Then she comes off like she's soft.
Well, that's a heel. That's what a heel's supposed to be, soft. A heel's supposed to be that I talk shit, but I'm really soft. Okay? That's what the heel was. A good heel, you want to see him get smacked. I always remember this. You remember WrestleMania 2000. And I remember watching this with you. And I remember it was Triple H. It was the Fatal 4-Way match where every McMahon in the corner. And hardly any bad guys ever won. Right? And Triple H won it. And I remember you started making, oh my God. Now we got to hear Triple H tomorrow on Raw running his mouth.
Yeah, okay,
That's the heel. Okay? Even though I think Roman Reigns is cool, I kind of want to see him get his ass kicked. Because he comes in there and he brags and he walks in there like no one has beaten me. And you kind of want to see someone beat him.
Yeah, but
I'm not heel.
I don't think she's not that heel. She's the
exactly.
heel who's going to kick your fucking ass.
Let her be a face. Let them both do it as a face. Let them have this match as a both as a face. They can be shades of gray. But her trying to make her as a heel, make her as a great competitor and a well-liked person. She's not a heel. And the writing of this is not done right.
Biggest female star in wrestling.
I agree. She is. She's probably the biggest star in WWE. Okay? Forget female. All right? But this isn't working. This isn't the only cool thing about that whole promo was when she threw the book at her and
she caught it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I remember
and I did like when she said that I came in the ring, you weren't ready because you were starstruck. You're like, oh, here comes Becky. I thought that was good.
That was a good line, but it just.
What did she call herself too? I can't remember. That was good too. I can't remember what she said. Something Becky, big buck Becky, or
something like that.
Something like that. She had a good nickname.
She had a couple good lines. I mean, Becky Lynch could cut a promo. She's not even Marie, or so. Becky Lynch could cut a promo. Okay, but I just felt like as a for a storytelling thing, it didn't like.
So you're saying it felt cheap? She looked cheap.
It felt cheap. And it just didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like her.
You just don't like her as a heel. You want her as a face. You want her as Stone Cold.
They always say The Rock and Austin and John Cena always says that the best thing you can do with a character is taking your character and taking who your regular person and turning them up, and turning the volume. Okay, Becky Lynch as the man is great. Okay, I think
she's gonna go back to that. I think she's just trying to reset it. I don't think she's gonna stay heel. I think she's just trying to because this is how it started. She was a heel. She came in the ring. She hit people with the chair. Then she got the bloody face. She was a heel.
Yeah.
It didn't work. Like you're saying, like it's not working. It's not working. People loved
it. Was working, but it was getting over.
Yeah, it was getting her over. Everybody loved everything she was doing. Everybody loved the cheer. It was the first time you seen a girl come in the ring and just beat the crap out of everybody with a steel chair. and like just not
But
get
even like
too
when she
not
when she
care
was
about anybody's
when
results.
she was going against Ronda Rousey, she was calling her Ronnie. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it was that was she's very talented on the mic, and I think more talented as a good guy than she will be as a heel.
I
I
think
mean,
she'll flip back. I think this is
and
just.
the one thing
You remember when Daniel Bryan came back? He kind of came back as a heel,
I
and
was
he was
great,
just rebranding himself.
but he was really good as a heel. He was really good. I love Daniel Bryan, and I'm on the liberal side, and I loved his planet champion thing.
Oh, so
Kind of
did
when
I.
Saul won against
I thought it
Edge.
worked.
Yeah, it
It
worked.
definitely worked.
People want to see him. People cheered again. The Daniel Bryan was a guy that people cheered because people really wanted to hate Roman Reigns because they wanted Daniel Bryan in there. Kofi Kingston got over WrestleMania on Daniel Bryan and got cheered. You don't realize how great of a work Brandon Bryan did. Brandon Bryan got everybody to hate him so they can bring another guy in there and give him the a standing ovation. Whoever thought 2 years ago that would happen? And one thing I hate in wrestling are the "you people" promos. You people. I mean, and it's Roman Reigns. He doesn't say anything about the fans. He never talks down to them or goes, you people, or all that. He's arrogant.
I
Okay?
think Roman Reigns got popped at Madison Square Garden. They didn't boo him. They were
Yeah, I
like
know.
Roman Reigns.
Madison
Reigns.
Square Garden's a different kind of crowd, though.
Yeah, it's a legit wrestling crowd.
Yeah,
I would love to see AEW in Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
I know. I mean, me too. Well, they're going to be tonight. They're in Newark. Next week they're in Arthur Ashe in Queens. So they're going to be in New York this week. So that's going to be really, really entertaining. All right, Skylar, what are you looking forward to this week for wrestling? And what do you think is on the way here?
I'm looking forward to Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I'm loving everything about it right now.
I know.
I'm loving the Paul Heyman. What's he gonna do? I love everything. I've always loved Brock Lesnar from the moment he stepped in the ring.
This is
box office.
But this is Paul Heyman's masterpiece. Paul Heyman has his fingers in all of this. Okay, this is Paul Heyman's masterpiece. This is his prize thing. I know he's coming up with all this thing about him turning on Brock and everything. He has his hands on all this. And WWE wanted to compete with AEW. I'm supposed to compete as far as competing with the newer fans. If they put Paul Heyman in charge of WWE, they would be able to compete.
Man, Paul Heyman created AEW when he called it ECW.
Yeah,
he was the first to do in ring because he did all his matches. Of course, were the extreme, but his regular matches were all about in ring work. Like it was great. Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho and.
He's the first person to give them Main Street jobs. To give Chris Jericho was in ECW before he was in WCW. Eddie Guerrero was in ECW first. He brought those styles of wrestlers to the main.
Now was Rey first in ECW or WCW?
Rey was in ECW first. He was there for a short time, and then he went to WCW.
I know he was there.
But
and another thing I heard: did they lift the Benoit band? You're allowed to talk. They're allowed to talk about him again.
I think so because I think his son is coming into wrestling.
Yeah, I know his son is.
Yeah, so I don't know how far they're going to do it, but they lifted a little bit. So we'll see. But NXT is gone. Brock Lesnar's still here.
Brock Lesnar's back. Wrestling.
AEW is cooking
Daniel Bryan is in AEW.
Well, his name is Bryan Danielson. Okay,
he's Daniel Bryan to me forever.
Brian, and by the way, he's so much cooler now in AEW.
Oh yeah, he is
because he's not an underdog. Now, his promo that he had with Kenny Omega, which says, "I'm gonna kick your teeth down." I mean, that was like, damn, this is the Bryan Danielson I always wanted. The American Dragon is back. I
love how I was worried that who's he gonna feud with? What is he gonna do? I'm glad he's going right for the title.
Oh my God, who can he feud with? He can have clinics.
No. I mean, what was it gonna be? Like, I was wondering what his first feud was gonna be. Like, I love that he's going for the title right away.
I tell you what I don't like. Even though I got the shirt. I'm happy CM Punk is back. To me, CM Punk needs to turn heel. He's too much like like the host of the show. Like, hey,
everybody's so good. You're a good wrestler. You're a good wrestler. You're a good wrestler.
You like John Moxley? He's welcome kid here today. How you doing, man? What's up? How you doing?
Yeah.
Who do you want me to fight first? I'll fight anybody. Give me a request. And then he has a request, and then Taz goes, yo, hey, Team Taz. It's like, why are you asking me? You ask people to give you
don't mention it. Yeah, that was stupid. I didn't like that.
I know. Like after he fight,
I think Taz is outdated.
I want him to fight MJF. I think he should fight MJF, and then after that, turn heel. Because after that, there's no
that would be MJF would be a good
him MJF as a mic work. Oh my god, that would be. I want a long build between those two. Okay, but I mean, I love that. I love CM Punk. I think he's so much better as a heel than he's a face. And there's so many good faces to work with in AEW. You know, he wants to build stars. If he wants to build his
I know
stars, he can do so much as a heel. But I trust AEW will do the right thing. They always do. So
they'll fix it. They'll
fix it. You know,
he probably will turn heel. I'm sure deep inside that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Scott. Well, that's gonna do it for this week.
All right, man.
We'll see you next week.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Deuces.
Deuces.